Once the world was vast, distance meant something. Journeys took years, ideas took generations. The past was long, the future was even longer. Then we got impatient, civilizations rose, fell, and were remembered in volumes that spanned millennia. Scholars debated empires, revolutions, the fate of nations. They thought long, in decades, centuries, epochs, and then time collapsed. Attention spans shriveled. Thought was compressed into bite-sized, digestible chunks. We became obsessed with the immediate, quarterly earnings, electoral cycles, the 5-year plan, the 5-minute read, the 30-second soundbite. Too broad, they said, too ambitious, they scoffed. Can you narrow it down? Short-termism is the modern plague. It is the narrowing of our collective gaze. We built universities to last centuries, yet businesses crumble every day, and they are expected to drive innovation and progress forward, to disrupt and inform us of how the world works. The Roman Empire endured for 1,000 years, but most startups can't make it past Series B funding. Once, history was a guide. It informed rulers, changed the course of nations. It was a school of statesmanship. Once we studied patterns over centuries. Now we live in the age of the short past. Histories shrank, research narrowed, academics retreated into their libraries, armed with microfilm and monographs, while the real world lurched forward, leaderless, clueless, amnesiac. For a time the grand narratives vanished. Historians, once architects of the future, were left as archivists of the irrelevant. Their books gathered dust, their expertise ignored. Until now, the age of microhistory is waning. Big history, deep history, the history of the Anthropocene, it's all making a comeback. Because the present is too short, and the problems are too vast, and we need more than a 5-year plan to survive. But is it? Is this the last shred of optimism from an already doomed global culture? Has the price of technology, progression and advancement finally come to collect? Welcome to the present. It is a momentary blip, a flickering light bulb before the blackout, and you are trapped in it. Once the individual was a being of history. You were a thread in the long weave of time, connected to ancestors, traditions and ideas that outlived you. Your name might have been written in books, your deeds remembered in the stories of your grandchildren. But that was then, and now history for the average, mundane workings of the world is gone. The future is irrelevant. Only the endless, suffocating now remains. Your life is no longer measured in years. It is measured in productivity cycles, quarterly evaluations, monthly performance metrics, daily engagement reports. Your value is a number on a spreadsheet, a trend line that must never decline. You do not build, you do not create, you do not plan, you respond, you react. Your life is dictated by the immediate. Notifications, deadlines, hot takes, market fluctuations. This crisis is unprecedented. Forget what we said yesterday. The world has changed in the last 5 minutes. You will not remember today, you will not remember yesterday, and tomorrow. Tomorrow is too far away. The individual has become unmoored, adrift in an era without past or future. Your identity is not shaped by history, it is shaped by engagement. You are not a person, you are a node in a network. You do not live a life, you generate data. You do not leave behind a legacy, you leave behind analytics. One day, the historians of the future will study us. They will open the archives and sift through the records. And what will they find? Nothing.